Yes, line is to the right. Yes, this is the live viewing of Raider Reaction. Yes, sir. No pushing. No, please, line is to the right. Yes, ma'am, the VIP line is to the left. If you give me your name, I'll see if you're on there. Go ahead, step to the left, man. Hey, man, I don't mind if you smoke that at all, but you can't smoke that here. You're going to need to take that over there, away from the crowd, please. Thank you. Yes, this is the live viewing of Raider Reaction. The Commish will be here tonight. Please, line is to the right. Yes, sir, I know it won't be much longer. I apologize. They try to put on a tight show. Yes, ma'am, we will let the VIP in first, I promise. You're VIP for a reason. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. Just where is that, might you ask? Well, I know it's been a minute. It's been a long holiday weekend. You probably consumed some adult beverages, got into the herbal refreshments, what have you. We're not here to judge. We're just here to talk some silver and black. But you might need some directions. We're just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and talk to our man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, he's got mouths to feed. Slip him what you should. He's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right as you find yourself strolling down the street minding your own goddamn business. A cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core, and you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? Oh, you goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep, dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and it's Tuesday night. So you know what that means. It's time for the Raider Nation Report. A solid 60 minutes with yours truly. We're right here live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Fucking touching all 4 social media bases tonight. If you're watching on any of them, thank you, each and every damn one of you. JoJo the Wolf, Brandon, what's up? Representing Iowa in the house. We got Michael Merkford in the house. Shane, always. Nicole, we always give her our love. Who else we got in the house here, man? Let's get Corey. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Big Raymond. We got Michelle, last fan of the week. Got Andrew Lathrop, John, Daryl, Leslie. We got all the usual suspects in the house, plus a bunch extra. thank each and every damn one of you for joining me. As always, smash that share button, throw it out there, help us paint the world silver and black. That's man. It's been a wild, exciting, crazy last week in the Raider Nation. We almost got to stop and take a deep breath, take it all in. Last Sunday night, we're coming off losing the third in a row as the fan base is losing their fucking mind, and here we are, what a roller coaster and of emotions as a fan base that the Raider Nation has went through in basically a calendar week. That's the National Football League. That's why we fucking love it. It can ruin your fucking week. And it can just leave you elated and feel like you're walking on fucking air. That's why we love it. And that's why we wear what we wear. That's why we're part of the fan base. That's what makes us keep coming back, because the as low as the lows are, man, the highs are way higher. And it's just like Thursday, 38 million fucking people, man. So much to get into. We've got the rundown over there with everything we're going to talk on. We're going to start with the foreplay, a couple little tweaks of the nipple. We're going to end with the WTF. We got a lot of fucking juicy nuggets in between. Hope you stay with us. Pop in and out. Stay with us. What have you. We've got a lot to get into. Let's dig into it. That's enough for the damn foreplay, man. We got a lot to get into. Let's jump right into the meat of this shit. Get that off there. There we go. All right. Let's get to week 12, because I was jumping right into it basically. Anyway, you had so many eyeballs on the Thanksgiving game. This 38.5 million people watched this game. It was the most watched regular season game on any network since 1990. I mean, I'm sorry. You can say what you want. The fucking Cowboys are there every year. What was the fucking one factor there that was differed from previous years that caused the huge spike in viewership? I wonder, could it be that you put the silver and black on Thanksgiving Day? Maybe. Just maybe. No fan base moves the needle like the silver and black. That's why you got 38.5 million viewers. And the fact that you had a game like that was all the way down to the wire, so it kept people watching. It it kept the banter going back and forth all the way to the end. One team was down, one team came back, blah 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 blah. There was controversy, there were penalties, there was everything that you would want for like diehard fans watching with casual fans, and it would just been a great banter game if you're watching with casual fans on a a family type occasion like that. So through the roof. But days before, we're all losing our minds. We're questioning what should be going on. If the team's moving in the right direction, you got the right. We don't know what's going on. We're just we don't know. It was an insane week. I did, JoJo. I did. And I was going to get to that. I don't know which was better. It's a toss-up, man. It's a toss-up between Jerry Jones walking out of the stadium saying, "Oh, they just won. They're just throwing it up. They're just giving them penalties. Oh, and this is the biggest game since the Super Bowl every year, and I can't believe it. Oh, fucking Jerry's eyes are fucking welling up. Jerry couldn't handle it." But the Skip Bayless directly after the game is a little fucking, I don't know if it was a little mime video of him fucking welling up about to cry. That was pathetic. And then his little 6-minute rant the following morning was even better. Oh, I posted that shit on the page. You gotta go watch that. That shit is fucking comedic gold. It's hilarious. He literally called the Week 12 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders the worst Cowboy loss he's ever witnessed, and he's been watching games since they won. back in Starbucks day. He called it even worse than the Super Bowls he watched them lose back then. I'm like, this one cut Cowboys to the core. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I loved it, right? Eat my fucking turkey and watching the fucking goddamn fan base cry and whimper. It was, oh man, couldn't ask for anything fucking better. Couldn't ask for anything better. It was great. Glorious. Glorious. So, just like that, extreme lows, 3-game losing streak to all of a sudden, bam! It's all good. Everything's good now. It's all gravy now, right? Well, maybe. Maybe. But this is where I even had to stop. I had to stop and check myself a little bit. I had to stop and check myself. I myself even got caught up in the emotions of this crazy 2021 National Football League season. It's been ups and downs. There's been all sorts of crazy shit go on. And I think we've all been burned by this type of shit happening over and over again. That these second half collapses, this team just, building us up just to let us down. We've seen it over and over again. That I think we just expected it. And I gotta say, man, I said it all off season. I thought Derek Carr did everything in the world to earn the backing of this fan base in 2021 with his play in 2020. He had his best season as an individual. The team was through turmoil. I thought he stood well under fire. I thought he earned the respect and the backing of this fan base coming in. If he earned the starting spot through training camp coming into the season, then he should have full backing. And I even said myself, I would back him all the way through this season. If there was no level of success at the end of this season, then I would start to question that a change needed to be made, and probably just a divorce needed to be made for the betterment of the franchise and the betterment for Derek Carr. Maybe he can go have some success somewhere else. You never know. If it doesn't work out here this season, he's still a young guy. He's got a lot of tread on the tires. So it's hard to tell where that ends up. But I know myself, I think we jumped the gun on this season a little bit. I think because we've seen it happen so many times before that we just expected the complete bottom was going to fall out. I think Raider Nation almost braced themselves for a Thanksgiving Day loss. You just lost 3 straight. You're coming off a short week. It was just set up to be disaster. And I don't think there's a large percentage of the fan base I don't think expected that fight and resilience out of this team, because you hadn't seen it the last 3 weeks. The offense had been anemic, had been unable to move the ball. It just hadn't been the same team. And you see everything happen in the rest of the division. You see other teams lose. You see things shook up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day after you just lost 3 straight. And you're standing there at 6-5 and you're looking around and you're like, shit. We're still in the middle of everything. And you still have a somewhat favorable schedule going forward. At least an interesting schedule going forward. And we'll discuss that a little more later. But I think we all got to hating on Derek Carr a little too soon, some of us. A little too soon. I think he deserves this season. I've got to go back to what I was saying all through the beginning of the season, all through the offseason. Derek Carr deserves 2021. This needs to be his season. Highs, lows, whatever it is, he's to ride this son of a bitch from start to fucking finish. And then we got to step back and evaluate. Then we step back and evaluate and say, okay, what do we have here? What do we have here? Do you move on with Derek Carr? Did you get playoff wins? Did you get a division crown? Did you squeak in with that fucking 7th welfare fucking Walmart fucking playoff spot? How'd you get in? How'd you do when you got there? To me, there has to be some level of success. I'm not saying it's Super Bowl or bust for Derek Carr. I'm being realistic. I'm saying you just need to have some level of success. If you can get in the playoffs and squeak out one, that would be fucking amazing. I think just getting to the playoffs alone for this fan base would be absolutely amazing. Just to have the electric energy of a week of getting excited for a playoff game, for having the all of the festivities leading up to it, for just to give your fan base that, even if you went out and laid a fucking egg. I would almost consider that, for as long as it's been, some level of playoff success. If you just go out there and you look good in a loss, I would even call that some level of playoff success, depending on how you get in. You got to get in the fucking dance, man. You got to get in the dance this year. But I think Derek Carr, I think he earned 2021, and me personally, I'm gonna back off of him. I'm cheering him on for the rest of the season. I mean, I've been cheering him on anyway. Don't get me wrong. As soon as the whistle blows and the game's on, who's ever under center, I'm cheering the fuck. I want them to be most successful. I want to have whoever they decide needs to be under center. I'm gonna always support whoever it is. But at the end of the game, after you see the result, you're allowed as a fan base to question what the fuck you just watched. I mean, you pay your hard-earned money. The money you work your ass off for. You put into this team. You take fucking time away your family holidays to support this team. You take money from your family to support this team. You go to games. You work family vacations around this shit. You buy hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of gear. You're allowed to question them when they play like shit. And when the fucking, basically the CEO on the field is not getting it done at times, And, Carr even put it on himself over that 3-game span. It's not a big secret. He didn't play well. But, a lot of the rest of the offense, things just weren't clicking. And I liked the game plan they came out with. And against the Cowboys, I thought it was much more dynamic. They moved the ball around. I thought it was a nice game plan. They've let Carr loosen up a little bit. I think they're a little too tight with Derek at times. That's why I'm glad Gruden's gone. But sometimes this coaching staff seems to at times keep slipping back into that Gruden type mentality. A little too fucking conservative, and that just doesn't work in this National Football League, man. You've got to stretch it out a little bit. You've got to make the other team fucking be honest. You just do. I think this team can be set up for success. I really, really do. But we're obviously, as a fan base, I know not all of us, but there was a good fucking number of us that were calling for number 8 to maybe get a little under center time. I even said it. It was all hinging on the Cowboy game. If you came out on a short week and lost in Dallas, you had to make the move. At that point, now you've slid to fucking 5-6. You're a 4-game slide. You really need to have a spark at that point. But that's not what happened. It's not what happened. This team was backed in a corner, and they came out fucking swinging and landed one on the chin. Knockout blow. Fucking Cowboy down, twitching. Fucking legs twitching, doing the stinky leg. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful Thanksgiving. Oh man, I gotta tell you guys this story before I move on. I gotta tell you this story. So I was down looking at a project down on the coast today, and the guy that was had to show me around the property. I met him outside in the parking lot in his car. He had to grab something out of his car. I was like, all right, well, I just pulled in the gate. I'll meet up with you out there. So I walk out there. He's getting in his car. I was like, hey, nice car. I forget what the fuck it was, like some newer Camaro. I don't fucking remember. It was a nice car. And it was all fucking blue and fucking cowboy colors and shit. And I see he's got some fucking cowboy stickers on the back. So, of course, being myself, I'm like, I see you're a Cowboys fan. Oh, yeah, man. I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. I said, really? I'm a diehard Raiders fan. You're welcome for Thanksgiving. Oh, and I tell you what, man. Talk about pulling a motherfucker's cord. This dude went on. He had every excuse in the fucking world. I tell you what, I rebutted that son of a bitch for fucking 5 minutes. Poor bastard. Boy, he didn't know who fucking walked on to meet up with him today. Because, man... oh, come on, man. You can't give me about your wide receivers. Our wide receivers gone. They damn killed somebody. And you get a bitch about missing Amari Cooper? That motherfucker would have just dropped the ball anyway. Oh, man, he's only got one drop this season. That's just because he only makes drops in big games. This dude's just losing his fucking mind. It was great. Oh, made my fucking day, man. Made my fucking day. Oh, this poor fucker. Oh, now our coaching staff's got COVID. He's just going on and on and on. Oh, my God. It was great. It was great. This made my fucking day. And this dude's literally, this guy showed me pictures on his phone. I'm the most diehard Cowboy fan. Oh, I got a Cowboy bathroom. I got a Cowboy. I'm like, dude, that's fucking great, man. You shit on a Cowboy toilet. Congratulations. I don't want a Raider toilet. I'm sorry. I don't want to shit on the Raiders. I mean, if you like to shit on your team, that's an interesting fellow. But, oh my God.
Why don't you try sticking your head up your head?
The people you run into on a daily basis. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. I'm sure you are. This fucking guy. So, we all wondered. Deshaun Jackson, first couple games, man. The losing streak continues. You don't know how it was gonna go. You know, this is a guy you coming in and you don't know if you're gonna get how much juice you're gonna get out of Deshaun Jackson. I mean, I've seen Deshaun Jackson bounce from team to team to team. I lived in one of the cities that he was at, and all he did was bitch about the quarterback. He didn't get the fucking ball enough. He bitched his way out of town. He's done it in several NFL cities, several NFL locker rooms. So you wondered how it was going to be when he came to the Raiders after he just literally left a team mid fucking stream with the Rams, and it was basically asking for a release, one had gone. You just wondered, what's going on here? What's going on? What are you going to get out of Deshaun? What are you going to get out of D-Jax? And you wondered how they were going to use him. You thought he was going to be in, obviously plugged into the Ruggs role, but you wondered if he still had that snap. And but I tell you what, man, they are getting him out there, and they are getting the ball up to him, and he is just the fact and the damn fear that you strike into a defense of having him out there and having that possible deep threat of Deshaun Jackson on the field. Most touchdowns of 50-plus yards in NFL history. He's number 2, only 2 behind Jerry Rice. 34 touchdowns of over 50-plus yards. This guy knows how to get vertical. He's a Raider prototype historical wide receiver. And he's come out, he's big in the last couple games. He's getting the penalties. Deshaun Jackson, he could be enough of a stopgap to get this Raider team through. He really, really could. The D-Jack effect. How's he going to work in? And we were all concerned about it, but I'm almost more concerned a little bit about Darren Waller. The fact he's only got 2 touchdowns. That's almost more concerning to me than anything else. Is that teams are keen on Darren Waller and taking him away. But Hunter Renfrow adding in Deshaun Jackson is now making teams. You've got to watch Deshaun Jackson, which is now opening up Hunter Renfrow even more. And Derek Carr is finding Hunter Renfrow at a feverish pace over the last several games here. And if this continues, I mean, Hunter Renfrow is having an amazing year. 658 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns so far. And, I mean, he's the number 1. You look at that guy, and that's an NFL number 1 wide receiver. That guy, yeah, that guy. He's not third and Renfrow anymore. That guy is just straight money. I don't care what down it is. Don't care what down it is. And you've seen this last game. My God. I mean, you didn't even have to get in the end zone to have such a huge effect on the game. So I think you get Waller back a little more healthy. You got a heavy dose of Foster Moreau this last game. Waller was only out there, I think, like 22 snaps or something like that. Well, it wasn't a lot. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting going forward. I think Deshaun Jackson may work in a little better than even I was expecting, and I think that's obviously a huge surprise for a lot of people. It's a huge upside for the team. It's exactly what this team had needed, and this is not a deep wide receiver core. You got Zay Jones, Brian Edwards, Hunter Renfrow, Deshaun Jackson, Dylan Stoner. I mean, that's light, folks. That's light. You don't have a lot of depth there, so add in Deshaun Jackson. Yeah. Big. It's been big. It's been big. I think you made the right choice. Man, I did not want to see Odell Beckham come to the Raiders. Man, no, I didn't. So maybe they made the right choice. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But so far, so good. So far, so good. So we can't even move on, man, without talking about this defense. The defensive side of the ball for the Las Vegas Raiders has just changed so much. This is not like even the same team that we've been seeing over the last couple seasons, man. It's not. Hey, man, thank you all for watching. Each and every damn one of you guys. Roll through here. What do we got? What we got here? Mario, what's up, Mario? Jojo, David, Corey. What's up, everybody? Chad. What's up? What's up? How you guys all doing, man? Thank you guys for watching, each and every damn one of you. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. Most of you guys already do. I appreciate it, each and every damn one of you. You guys are the shit. But like I said, we can't even hardly move on without talking about this insane new defense. You see the stats right now for the D rolling below. Denzel Perryman, 121 total tackles. He's leading the NFL in tackles. 76 of those are solo. Man, how long did we want a linebacker? How long did you want a guy roaming in the middle that was handling business like that? Yannick Ngakoue, he's got 8 sacks. Solomon Thomas is up to 3.5 sacks. Quentin Jefferson has even worked his way up to 3 sacks. We ain't got a pick for a minute. They've been a few games without an interception. Interception drought. As well as this defensive backcourt has been playing, they are short of a turnover in a minute. They've been sitting on 4 interceptions for a while. Jonathan Abram, 94 total tackles. He's up there towards the league lead in the defensive backs in tackles. Jonathan Abram he's a little bit of an enigma back there. He has these great games. He makes these amazing plays, blowing guys up at the line. He's like a fucking missile flying around. He's just, sometimes that causes him to be a little bit of a liability in pass coverage because he is a little aggressive, and that aggression takes him out of position a little bit, and jumps to misses an interception, goes for a touchdown, things like that. And I love Jonathan Abram. He's a Raider, man. He really is. Light a motherfucker up, and I love that about him. But man, it's just his pass coverage sometimes. It's concerning, but he's having a good year. Man, he's got burned a few times. But let's start up front, man. You got Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue. These guys are getting to the fucking quarterback and getting to the quarterback on a regular basis. And I mean, they're meeting in the middle, and it's a beautiful thing. Cleve Farrell, Andrew, right? He is getting a few more snaps. He did get a few more snaps this week. He's getting some action on special teams as well. It's just not what you would like to see at this point, several seasons in, out of a number 1 draft pick. At this point, I'm glad he's getting a few snaps. It's not something you should really be associating with the guy that you went that high and got. It's just really not. So it's unfortunate. I think you've got to, at some point in the near future, probably move on from Cleve Farrell. He's not going to get that big money in that first contract. He's just not. I think you're probably going to have to move him. Actually, I got me a Cleve Farrell jersey. I was hoping for the best too. I got one when I got my Abram jersey, but it's all about Ngakwe and Mad Max. You paired these guys together, and they seem to be hitting. Quentin Jefferson, Solomon Thomas, Hankins up the middle. You're getting some action from these guys as well. But I'm just Denzel Perryman. What a change and what a difference this guy makes, having a guy like that on this defense. You bring in Hobbs, who's a rookie, Morig, who's a rookie. These guys, you've plugged them in right away. They've been plug and play draft starters right out of the gate for you. They're filling in through injuries. You brought in Casey Hayward, that's been huge this season. An instant starter. You were hoping it was going to be fucking Trayvon Mullen and what the fuck's, damn, I'm drawing Damon Arnett. All I can think of is fucking Machine Gun. Damon Arnett, Machine Gun Kelly, and fucking and Trayvon Mullen. It was all supposed to be about those guys. You got you had your number 1, you got your number 2 to go with them. There's your 2 lockdown corners, and yeah, they didn't work the fuck out. Mullen probably still is one of your starters if you ever make it back on the fucking field. He's banged up. Seems to be banged up a little too much lately. And Arnett, who knows what the fuck that guy's doing? Who knows? Probably not good things at this point. Probably not good things. Who knows? Don't care at this point. But you thought those guys were it. So you get all of this. Everything's worked out. You got Brandon Fason's come in. All of these guys have worked out for you. Desmond Trufant has even come in and helped out quite a bit here in the secondary. You've got something good going on the defensive side of the ball. And if you can keep quilting together your offense to keep things going on the field, if you can keep that going, big things can still happen for this team, man. Big things can still happen. I mean, you've got a solid defense. Not only do you've got a solid defense, but you've got a special teams that's freaking killing it as well. Your special teams is... It's almost like they're like the kids at the family reunion a little bit. You don't ever want to hear about them. You don't want to hear shit from them. They're basically supposed to just come do what they're supposed to do and be seen and not heard. You only ever really notice your special teams when they fuck shit up and cost you shit, like shank a punt or do something horrible. The fact that you've got Cole, who is he's basically the best punter in the goddamn league right now. You got Daniel Carlson, who's clutch as fuck. Man, do you know how painful it is to have a kicker you can't count on? Raider Nation has been a little spoiled, as Janikowski and we've had good kickers and a long lineage of kickers. Really, you have, man, for decades. You've had a solid lineage of kickers. It was getting a little shaky there, Trevecchio, and you had that little stretch there where you're going through kickers about every other season. But now, Carlson seems to be solid, man. He's come in, he's clutch, he seems to have a big leg, he can kick the 50-plus yarders. That's what I look for in a fantasy kicker right there, man. 50-plus yarders, those are 5-pointers, so you've got to make those, and you got to make those consistently. So, I mean, it's just like just like regular reality, it's the same thing. He's got the big leg and he's consistent and he's clutch. Some kickers just fall apart when it's that fucking big time of the game, and he does so far. Knock on wood. He seems to be solid, and
thanks, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I think this could be the guy. So, well, he did let Pollard take one of the house, but let's not forget, like a week or so before, he lit a motherfucker up. So. The other guys, you can't win all the time. These guys aren't supposed to really be tackling people. It's not their job. It should have never got to him. Should have never got to him. Should have never got to him. But telling you what, man, having the special teams side of the ball, that's big. Now, those of you who have been watching, or those of you who haven't been watching, we have a little thing called Fan of the Week here at Raider Reaction. Michelle was our last Fan of the Week. This week's Fan of the Week, we don't have one, because I'm not going to go out and look for a Fan of the Week, and I'm not just going to hand shit out. So, if you would like to be Fan of the Week, so we can highlight you, you can have your picture up over here on the brick wall. Over here next to our cool ass fucking Las Vegas Raiders snowman. That's the cutest fucking snowman you ever seen. You know it is. Don't lie. It's a cute ass snowman. You could be right over there next to him. All you gotta do is message Raider Reaction Facebook page, our fucking YouTube page, Twitter, Twitch. Send it by fucking messenger pigeon. I don't give a fuck. However you gotta get it here. Enclose the picture. Tell us why you should be the Raider Reaction Fan of the Week. We're going to put you up here. We're going to send you some nice little Raider Reaction swag like we're going to send Michelle. It's going to take a month and a half to get to Michelle, because I don't know how long it's going to take for the mail to drag it all the way up there into the hills of Arkansas. But it could take a minute, depending, and the mail's slow anyway, and it's winter, and I don't know how the horses trudge through all that snow at this time of the year to get the mail to the people of Arkansas, but I'm sure it'll get there sometime. But just like we're going to send Michelle, we'll send you something too. So just gotta send us your stuff, gotta send us a picture, you in your Raider gear, why you should be the Fan of the Week. I don't need no fucking novel. Say, because I'm the fucking shit, I should be Fan of the Week, but it's fucking good enough for me. But we're just not going to give it away. So if you want to be Fan of the Week, do what you got to do. Get your shit in there. Come on. We're trying to give shit away here. But we're not just... You got to put some fucking effort in. A little bit. Like I said earlier, man. Oh, what a week it's been. And look at this shit. A fucking calendar week ago, we're losing our fucking minds on Monday morning. We're like, fuck, man, 3 games in a row? The fucking Giants? Okay, I could get the Chiefs, but then the Bengals, and, it's just like, this is when you're supposed to be hitting your stride. You were 5-2. You were 5-2 and taking shit on the chin, and still 5-2. Fucking coaches fired. Fucking wide receivers fucking being a jackass, killing people. You're taking everything, dodging shit. But then look, one big win on Thanksgiving Day, and all of a sudden, the football world is kind of straightening itself out. The Donkeys and the Queefs play prime time this Sunday. That's a huge fucking game. Man, if the Donkeys could somehow knock the Queefs off, my God, this division would get just absolutely screwy real fucking fast. Real fast. And it's a distinct reality. It's a distinct possibility. I was kind of shocked at how the fucking Donks fucking showed up this last week and shocked the shit out of me. Motherfuckers played like they actually had some sense about them. Concerned me for half a second, but then I remembered they're the Donkeys, and we'll handle the ass when we have to. So I'm not concerned that much. But it's interesting, man. Like I said earlier, I think we all overreacted. 3 in a row is bad. 3 in a row is bad. And like I said, short week, going into fucking Texas Stadium. Yeah, it was concerning. You come out with using deep shit. Yeah, it was a must-win game. They answered the bell. Yeah, I think you gotta call it what it was. The team answered the bell. They were backed in a fucking corner. You were about to either get knocked the fuck out, or you were gonna have to come out swinging, and they came out swinging. Hallelujah. I think that's what we all wanted, isn't it? So I think anybody that was, stand on the edge of the ledge last week, I still think it's justifiable. I don't think you got to look down at yourself. I'm not looking down at myself. It was concerning. You lose 3 fucking games in the middle of an NFL season and slide from 5-2 to 5-5, and that's fucking concerning. Very. Especially going onto a short week, going to play a primetime game on the fucking road on Thanksgiving Day. It's a concerning spot to be in. So, hey, but the reality of the matter is this division is not even close to being decided. Not even close. The Raiders' schedule coming up is very interesting. It's very interesting. You've got the Washington football team coming to Vegas this week, and that is going to be a very interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game. This is a team that is all of a sudden very hot. Heineke has this team playing well on offense. He's moving the ball up and down the field. They're putting points on the board. They have a dangerous defense. This team is not a pushover all of a sudden. So they're a 5-6 team. They're on the rise, and they win this game. They're 500, and in that fucking the division that is the NFC East, the dumpster fire that is the fucking NFC East. This team they can make some noise. This is a huge game for them. It's a pivotal game for them. So they're coming in and ready to fucking play. And the Silver and Black better be ready to go, because this team is going to be ready to shoot out. Now, I think the Raiders can win this game. I think they're going to move to 7-5. And then these next 2 games are very pivotal of how the end of this season is going to go. I think these 2 games are huge, man. You've got Kansas City, cold as a motherfucker in middle of December, and Cleveland, probably colder than a motherfucker, even later in December the following week. Back-to-back road games, cold games, windy games, gloves on, fucking everything's changed. Those 2 games right there are the hinge pin of this season. The Raiders have not finished strong, and I think this is where you have the opportunity to lock this season down and head down the final stretch of that Denver, Indianapolis chokers in the closer in Week 18. You've got to set yourself up for that stretch. You could drop one of those 2 games. If you win against the Washington football team / former Redskins, if you can beat them, move to 7-5, you could drop 1 or 2 of these games and walk out at 8-6 and head into this final stretch and really, kind of have to handle business, but I think they could. They're going to end up with probably 10 wins, 11 if you can run the table. I think that's realistic. I think that's realistic for this team. Of course, a lot of people are going to say, "Oh no, we're going to win them all." Man, nah. I like to be the optimist, and I'll damn it, if you ask me right before kickoff of any Raider game, I'm always going to tell you, fuck yeah, they're going to win, man. And I'm in my heart of heart, I think I'm going to win. That's why I don't gamble, because I'd be broke. I'd be out panhandling. Man, somebody asked me, like, hey, Commish, you get that. I see you got your mortgage money there. Kickoff's ready to happen. You think the Raiders are going to win? You want to put that money down? Damn right! No, this is why I don't gamble. Especially on fucking my sports teams. I would bet with my heart, and fuck that. Dude, I always think my team's going to win, but realistically, they're not going to run the table the rest of the way. I just don't see it. They're not going to win the next 6 games in a row. I would like to think they would, but they're not. I would say probably 4-2 coming out of that is I think is a realistic, attainable goal. 4-2. So like I said, that gives you, that would have you at 10 wins. If you can go 5-1 over that stretch, I mean, that's what you've set yourself up for now. I mean, it just comes down to simple math now. That's how you got to look at it. It's just simple math. You're like, shit, it's possible, but that's what you set yourself up for. You set yourself up for. You can't slip up now at the end of this season. You've Kansas City and Cleveland. Those 2 games, those are concerning. Because after that, you got Denver. That's at home in Vegas. You go on the road to Indianapolis. That's inside in the Dome against the Colts. It's a dangerous team, don't get me fucking wrong. But it's not an outside. The weather is not a factor. And then you come back to finish out your season against the Sparklers, also in Vegas. So, this game, inside Vegas. And then you got to go outside. That's when weather is going to affect this team. This team has not really had to deal with adverse weather. It can help, but it can fucking hurt too sometimes. So that to me, it's just an interesting stretch. You can't go and drop both those games. You cannot drop both of those games. You do that, and now you've really backed yourself into basically the kind of situation that we've seen the Raiders put themselves in the last few weeks of the last couple seasons, where they're just, they've got to run the table and they've got to hope about 50 other things happen. The fucking stars align with Uranus, and you get all these fucking tie situations work out, and you might make it in the back door Walmart fucking playoff spot. You don't want to end up with that. So big, you got to win this game. I still think where you've placed yourself, I would almost, looking ahead at the schedule, man, I would almost call this game a must win. You have to give yourself a little bit of breathing room. You just fought your way out of the corner, okay? The guy's still standing there, ready to knock you right the fuck back in there. You've got to give yourself a little room, okay? You got to give yourself a little room to get your bearings. You need this win. You need this win so you can be like, it wasn't a fluke. You can't go through all that bad, get that one little spike of good, and then lose that with a team with a losing record that you should win. There are just games on your schedule that you're expected to win, and this is one of those games you're expected to win. The Raiders should win this game. If the Raiders are a playoff team, if the Raiders are the team that the fan base believes that they are, if they're all the shit that we all have talked about this team, if they are that, they have to win this game. This is just one of those games they should go out and handle business. Like, we fucking tripped over our dick for 3 weeks. We handled shit against the Cowboys. All right, we got shit right. Now we're going to come out and handle business. That's this game. That's this game, because you got to get your shit straight. You're going to Kansas City and Cleveland the next 2 weeks. That's a cold-ass motherfucking road trip, and you got to have your shit straight and in order. I think this is a huge game. You got to be 7-5 going to Kansas City. I think you absolutely have to, or now you've put your season on the line possibly in Kansas City, because if Kansas City beats the fucking Donkeys this week, then they go to 8-5. You've lost against the, it's simple math, man. We're only talking 17 here. You got to take off like one shoe and round. But I'm sure you can figure it out. It's not hard. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's an interesting game, man. It's a big game, but it's one you should absolutely win. It's one you should absolutely win. Just saying. All right. Damn. Where are we at here? Such a long show. Thank you all for joining me. Sometimes the shows just, I tell you, get to the end and I'm like, damn, that was a long hour. It goes by so quick and then it all hits you at the end. All right. That's about all. Week 13 preview. We got to hit that. You know how we like to finish up. We start with the foreplay. Got to warm the oven a little bit. We like to close. You know how we like to close. A little bit of the oh, a little bit of the WTF, man. I tell you what, it's my WTFs. I tend to go on a tangent from time to time. It may not always be sports related, and this one's definitely it's not headed in that fucking direction. So I'll just preface that now. So in your face, sucker. Been in a little bit of a holiday spirit. You know, it's Thanksgiving. You know, that's when we start to bust out all the Christmas shit around the Commish household. My wife's fucking insane about Christmas. We've got a Christmas tree in damn near every fucking room. I myself, a little bit of a Clark W. Griswold on the outside of the home. I go all out on the Christmas exterior display. I like to add a different tacky Christmas character. I have an ethnic Maraca Santa. I put in some ethnic light Santas as added those to the display. We've got dinosaurs with pink horns. So I got a dancing fucking pig. We've got Yoda. We got an alligator. Fucking flamingo. You know, it's colorful. I like to rock it. But I spend fucking like 3 days on my fucking Christmas display, man. Like 3 days on that sumbitch. And I won't even turn it on at night until, you know, I'll check it for like a minute and turn it back off. Because you only seeing that motherfucker until it's done and it's tight. You know, I got the wires hid. Everything's wrapped up. So if it fucking rains, ain't nothing fucking gonna short out. No, it's good. Fucking, this thing looks good 24/7 when I put it up. It looks as good during the motherfucking day as it does at night when it's lit up and looking fucking spectacular. So what the fuck are with these people that go and buy these fucking goddamn inflatable fucking balloon things and go put them all over their yard and will blow these up at night, and then during the day it looks like somebody fucking committed a mass murder on Santa and his fucking reindeer every fucking day that you leave during the day. So my kids go by during the day, and all the other kids in the fucking neighborhood, and they you know, they're out there, they've seen Santa and all the fucking reindeer and Christmas trees and elves and shit all over everybody's motherfucking yards, and they come out in the morning and they're all dead, laying out in the yard with like chalk lines around them, like they've been gunned down. You know, if you're gonna buy them cheap ass inflatable motherfuckers, at least fucking spring for the electricity to keep the bitch running 24/7, so it doesn't look like a fucking crime scene during the day out front of your fucking Christmas display. I mean, what the fuck? What kind of joy is that bringing to the goddamn neighborhood? Daddy, what happened to Santa? I just seen him last night. I was laying out in the yard with the neighbors. What the fuck? That's not bringing anybody any holiday cheer. I mean, come on, put some effort in, people. We even got to be lazy motherfuckers with our goddamn Christmas displays? Come on. Good Lord, I tell you. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, fuck, all that shit. We're everywhere. We're on bathroom walls. wherever you may find us. Check out our website that's still under construction because I don't have the fucking time to get to it, but it's almost done. It'll be up soon. I've got things going on. Maybe a little dark side fan club coming up kind of thing. They like a little like the stupid thing the Facebook supporters that they tried to do and just stole everybody's money. We're gonna actually do something on our own, a little different. We got things coming. Just takes a while to get it all put back together when it all gets torn down. But we're getting there. Man, thank each and every goddamn one of you guys for watching. You guys are the shit. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Leslie, Jojo, Corey, Joseph, Cherry, David, Chad, Ollie, man, Ivan. What's up? Thank all of you guys, man. Thank each and every damn one of you. Make sure to like, follow the page, share the page. We're trying to get back out there. We're right at 1,000 followers again on our new Raider Reaction page. Not quite 56,000 like we had before, but yeah, we're getting there. One step at a time. So, any assistance you can have with helping to get that number back up there, we'd appreciate it. Thank you, each and every damn one of you. You guys are the shit, man. You absolutely are. Until next time, I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.